Ah. Oh my gosh. There's Richard. Yeah, celebrations. We like to celebrate. Servicon performs facilities and maintenance work for complex industries, so industries like aerospace, healthcare, municipalities, life sciences, and how we do it is really from the root of Richard. You know, that place of compassion, that place of caring for the worker. And if you pour into and take care of those folks, they're going to care for the work.
This was about 20 years ago, I think. We used to have fun together. My father started Servicon in 1973. It was always in my father's mind to go after complex sites.
Everybody looked up to him, and everybody valued his opinion and viewed him almost as a mentor. Even back then, I was able to notice that.
Oh my gosh. Richard and his genuine care. He just made us feel like so special. It's just beautiful.
His influence on the company was amazing because of his caring about each individual, his ability to memorize the names of everybody out in the job sites, remember the square footage of each building that he's doing and so forth, made everybody feel loved and cared about.
It was the greatest human being after my father that I ever met. And you see the reflection in the business with his son Michael and the family Mahdesian. He was a great man.
I started with Servicon in 1979, and the first few months were very chaotic. Richard and I and a handful of other people basically wore a lot of hats. He recognized women and the contribution they could do, and I think a large part of that was also due to his wife, Laurie Mahdesian, who was a strong, intelligent, fun woman, and she kind of, I think, told him that, women can make huge contributions too.
Terry Sweeney was like this goddess to me. She was this, businesswoman in the 80s, and she was kind of a badass, and I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive, because, you didn't see, and particularly in our industry, there were no women leaders.
We always had a great time together. Laurie was somebody I could rely on. If she told me she would do something, I didn't have to go back and double check or triple check. I knew it would be done.
I became president when Terry Sweeney retired, and then a number of years later, it was decided that I should really take on the CEO title, particularly since our organization had gotten bigger. Richard was so open to ideas. I told him over 20 years ago, sustainability and green cleaning is really what we need to do. This is really important. We started learning about not just chemicals, but microfibers, equipment, backpack vacuums, all of those things. And then after that, it wasn't just about the products we used, it was about the buildings we built, the energy we use in the buildings, the vehicles we drive.
We are and have always been on the cutting edge, the vanguard of technologies here at Servicon. We were actually the first company to go green and realize the environmental, but also health and safety and quality benefits of newer green technologies for cleaning and disinfecting. So it's kind of baked in to who we are.
As things change in this world, we need to be able to make sure we bring in innovations, new equipment, new technology, new methodologies, so that we can evolve with each of our businesses and grow with them as well.
During COVID, we were asked to be very visible and very present. And that, I think, gave a lift to all the workers, that they were not only on the front lines, but that they were in demand, and that still carries on now that COVID's retreated. They want us to be seen. So we go forward very proud.
Wow, I remember this one. This photo may be about 25 years ago. This is family to me.
The heart is there. The whole family. It's a wonderful family. It's embracing every employee that we work with on a daily basis.
We care about our people. We care about the communities that we serve. Servicon is investing through Servicon Cares to the communities where we currently serve. We're also donating our time to the communities where we have some of our buildings so that, we give back.
Servicon's always going to be the company that my grandfather, Richard Mahdesian, founded because it's his values that carry through. The world looks different than it did 50 years ago, but Servicon is still here. Servicon is still thriving. We still have the same heart and the same soul, and we're determined to always have that.
He'd be excited to see us growing bigger into really, still being the leader in aerospace, but now growing in healthcare and life sciences and opening up some of these other markets that are maybe more blue ocean, really akin to what he did with aerospace back in the 70s. I think Richard would feel very proud of where we've come today, and he would still see his fingerprints on the organization.
My father, he would be very proud. We've got his values, work ethic, and quality of work in our front gaze, and that's the brand of Servicon.